Hey, what's going on? Well, I hope you'll get something out of this video because I wanted to talk about goals. Now let me explain what I'm talking about. Starting last year, the radio station that I work for gave us some information forms they wanted us to fill out, and basically it was just some questions, about our goals, like where do we see ourselves going in the next year, what are like 5 goals that we want to do for the next year, and how can we improve the company, and just a bunch of things. And once we fill those out and turn those in, we met with our supervisor and sort of talked about that to see if we can achieve those goals. And we did the same thing again this year too, and it really got me thinking. What are our goals as mobile DJs? And I want you to answer this individually about your particular DJ service. Now, I can't sit here and tell you, you need to do this or you need to do that for your DJ service. This is something you've got to come up with on your own. However, I can share with you what my goals are for this year because I sat down and started thinking about this. And, I think the most important thing is we need to make sure that we set reasonable goals. And what do I mean by reasonable goals? Well, make sure that if you set a goal, it's not going to be something that's out of your reach. Like, for example, when I first started out in radio, I set goals to accomplish getting on the air. But an unrealistic goal would be like, taking over Casey Kasem's job in the first year. Well, that's probably not going to happen. I mean, it could happen, but chances are it probably wouldn't. So make sure that your goals are realistic. So think of just things that you want to change about your DJ service and, what you think you could do to make things better for yourself this year and just kind of work toward those goals. And I think probably one of the top goals that we all have is to make more money and get more gigs this year. Now, I'm pretty sure that I probably share that goal with a lot of other folks. But I actually started thinking about my goals, and I kind of put them in order, and I'll just share them with you. And like I said, if you want to share those down below, you're welcome to do that. If you want to keep it to yourself, it doesn't matter because there is no right or wrong answer. You got to figure out what you're going to do for your DJ service and what works best for you. So here are my goals that I'm thinking about doing this year, and this is what I'm hoping to achieve. And well, first of all, I want to get some new equipment. And the first piece of equipment I want to get is a new computer. Well, why is that? Well, the 2 computers I've got, one of them's 5 years old, and actually 6 years old now, and the other one is about 3 years old. So my computers are getting a little bit of age on them, so I think it's about time to upgrade because, as your computer gets older, it's going to be hard to run 2011 programs on a computer that's, manufactured in 2005. So that is one goal that I plan on doing, and I'm hoping to do that by this spring. Another goal that I'm hoping to achieve is I would like to, do something to make my setup look better. Not that it really looks bad, but I think that it can look a lot better. And, I think about that a lot. I would like to get either a topper or either a pro booth to go around the table. I've been thinking about that for a while, but of course funds just haven't been there. And I would also like to get some Scrim Kings. I mean, I really think that that would look nice, Scrim Kings on my speaker stands with LED lights behind. I saw those in Vegas. I've seen them in other gig logs. They look sharp, and I think that would be a good thing that I would like to have. Another thing that I'm also considering doing is I would like to get some more lights for uplighting. I mean, I think my uplighting looks pretty good, but I'd like to offer more. And so that's another goal that I've got. And I also like to get a wireless microphone. And when you think about that for a second, I'm going to mention the wireless microphone real briefly. Went to a seminar in Vegas, and actually, I can't remember the guy who was talking about that, but he was talking about our wireless microphones. He said that they're probably not going to be able to be used too much longer because, we probably need to upgrade to digital ones because they're going to start interfering with other things, that are going to be using the same frequency, like, ambulances and, things like that. But anyway, my microphone, I probably do need to go ahead and upgrade and because I have had problems with, having some interference, especially when I do like a wedding at the Navy base or something like that, when you got radios all around. That's something else I'm thinking about doing as well. And eventually I'd like to get a new mixer too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve all that this year, but that's just kind of where I'm going at. Okay, I've also decided that I want to get more gigs, which I'm well on the way of doing that. And I talked about that earlier about the special that I'm running and what I'm doing to improve that, and it's been working so far. What I have to say that it's doing good, and I'm hoping that things are going to continue to improve. Gigs were down a little bit last year, and it just took me a little bit of reevaluating on what I did differently in 2009 and 2010. There were actually several scenarios that I came up with. And so I've made some improvements, and I think that's helping out too. So that's what you've got to do. Just really think about that. Set some goals and see what you want to do with your DJ service and see where it goes. And, again, make sure that they're realistic goals because you don't want to disappoint yourself. Okay? So anyway, that's what I got to say about that. I hope you've gotten something out of this. So until next time, practice and enjoy.